All right. Welcome to the Hot Mess Mountain Mamas, episode 7. I am Becca.
I'm Jackie.
Hey, that was good.
We did it.
And today we're going to be talking about homeschooling and public schooling because a lot of people are going back to school. And so we just wanted to talk about that whole back to school process.
Yes.
And what that's like for us. Because once again, we have both ends of the spectrum here.
Yes. Homeschool.
Uh-huh.
Public school.
And you work outside the home.
Yes.
And I have a job inside the home. So
yes. Yeah. All
kind of works
different
awesome.
variety of things.
Mm-hmm. And we both we've actually done both.
We both have done both. Yes.
So we have a wide swath of experience.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Which actually makes me think, if you guys ever have any questions or want any advice, I'm telling you, Jackie is.
I thought you were.
Jackie's like, no.
I just wing everything and I don't know. Just
But
do
it
what
works.
works.
Who else wings? That's what I want to know. Who else wings it?
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Wing
know.
it.
Yeah. But Jackie just told me, okay, so we're going to talk about prepping our kids for school, if we're going back to school. What have you already done, Jackie? You just told me about it. I was like, for real? You've already told them this?
This very morning, I told my kids school is starting soon.
Yep.
And you're going to have to go back soon. So you should start getting dressed in the morning. You should get up, get dressed, have breakfast, start the process of getting ready for the day. And they were not as thrilled as I was about that. So
For real? And you're like 3 weeks out?
3 weeks out, I think we decided 3-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably this prepping a little bit. So
Yeah, I think that's huge. I kind of mentioned to my kids, hey, we're going to start the week after next, after Tyler and Jules leave with the cousins.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? I didn't even tell them.
My kids were like, no, school, I don't want to go back. And then I was like, yes, it's starting soon. And you should be prepared for it to start soon because it's going to start any minute. And then that's my trick. My trick is to make them think school's about to start. And then, surprise, it didn't start yet. So maybe they'll think they got a longer summer than they actually did. It's mind games.
I think it's
Playing
brilliant.
mind games with my children.
Brilliant.
You got extra time.
Look at that. You got a
They'll
whole
be like
extra
so
week
ready
of summer.
to go back. Yeah.
They were going to have you come back sooner.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
changed their
gosh.
mind.
They changed their mind. The teachers needed an extra
The
week.
teachers need an extra week. Yeah, I bet that there are teachers who would vote for that extra week given the option.
Yeah, they would. I have no doubt they would. Okay, so have you done anything else?
That's a.
Do you
thought
have anything else
about
planned?
things.
Yeah, I know. I dream. Okay, so I just have to tell this story. This morning, I was laying in bed and I was dreaming about all the things that I needed to do. Like I did them all in my dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I woke up and realized I had not done them.
None
But
are
I
done.
still had to do them all.
Your to-do list is still this long.
And I was like,
Yeah.
man, it's way
Darn
easier in my
it.
dreams. to do
Man,
things.
yeah, they just get checked off.
It's so easy.
Yeah, so easy.
So what have you done in your dreams?
Yeah. So I scheduled actually a hair appointment for the girls to get a trim to go back to school because
Who are you going to? I'm sorry, this is total side note.
no.
Are you going to
Caitlin Hart.
Caitlin?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her
Switch.
do it. I'm gonna have her cut the girls' hair. Yeah, trim it up and maybe surprise them with a little splash of color or something. fun. We'll
Ooh.
see. I gotta ask her what that's gonna be. But
That is a great idea.
yeah, just for something fun to do with school start. There's not. I feel like because we can't
these
really like
ideas.
go back to school shopping and things like that. That I always like prompted school when I was growing up. It was like, okay,
Yes.
it was one of those like gearing up things.
Yep.
But that's really hard to do here because I'm not going to spend 5 hours driving to go school shopping.
Yep.
So
And there's not a lot you can do in our Walmart.
not a lot you can
in Gunnison.
No, there's not a lot. It's the smallest Walmart in the nation.
Yep.
The smallest one.
Amazon.
Yes,
Here you go.
Amazon. Yeah. So, but like with Amazon, even if there's clothes they need, you know, they don't really get to they don't get to be a part of that process as much.
Yep.
So I thought getting their hair cut and like kind of marking the start of the year with something fun, with a little splash of color or something would be really fun.
Yeah.
So they have those appointments, and I've thought about seeing what they might need for their school supply list, but I haven't done anything. I haven't even looked.
Do they have it out yet?
I don't know if they have it out yet because I didn't even look that far. I just thought about, I wonder what they're going to need.
Yep.
Probably some stuff.
Yep.
That's as far as I got.
That's true. Yeah.
And then, yeah. So, I was trying to think like,
what do you do? What do you do to prep yourself? What do you do mentally, spiritually, emotionally to prep yourself?
That's a good question. I cry a little.
That is therapeutic. It is therapeutic. If you don't, it's actually proven. If you hold your emotions in, you can make yourself sick.
Yeah.
So.
I cry a little because this means back to like routine and structure. And I like to fly by the seat of my pants a little bit and not have that structure. I'm so confined by structure. This is so confining.
You a wild child, you.
Yeah, this is also why my kids need to have their hair cut before school starts, because moment of truth, their hair hasn't been brushed for 3 months. That's what is that's really what's happening here. They need all the knots and gnarls cut out. So
well, you know, most of the Lake City kids run around with dreads anyway.
The back to school bob, because he got
so you can manage it. For real.
Okay, kids. This is the other part of gearing up for school. We need to have a talk about cleanliness and brushing of the hair. It's happening. Let me break it down for you children. We're going to have to get the brush out. No, the misery.
It's torture.
So the torture and the misery. Yeah. So there's that. That's the social emotional piece, having discussions about having to brush your hair now, brush your teeth, get dressed out of pajamas.
Yep.
Because Charlie tells me he got dressed into a different pair of pajamas.
So he's ready. And he's ready for tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
And I'm like, we're gonna wear some clothes you didn't wear to bed though.
Yeah.
So
that's a great idea.
Yeah. And then, put shoes on again, see how that feels.
You can even wear your chacos all season. All winter, spring, summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So those are some, Mountain Mama preps.
Yeah. Definitely.
Back to civilized life for a minute.
Or as civilized as you can get here.
As civilized
really.
As you can get.
So
I'll talk to them about, wearing deodorant again.
Oh, yeah. About that.
It's all a piece of getting ready.
Yeah.
Getting up in the morning. They're already up. They just don't, they don't have to get around.
So do you make them breakfast, Jackie? Do you make breakfast for your family? I already know the answer to this. But
I make them get themselves a bowl and some cereal and then pour some milk in there.
I just want people to hear so that they don't, if other moms out there are like, here's bagels and cream cheese and here's your cereal and milk, that they don't feel.
No, that is where it's at. My kids are very versed in pouring themselves some milk in a cereal bowl. Toast.
Yep.
They actually can all make themselves an egg too.
Awesome. What a life skill. Okay, so seriously, guys.
Fried eggs.
That is a life skill that your children need to know. I remember learning how to make an egg, and then I think I made like a dozen eggs that day and ate them all. Because I was like, you did it.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. They actually do. So like a lot of times they do choose.
Frank.
Breakfast.
I'm sorry.
That's it. Get over here. Okay, this moment of Mountain Mama mess.
Oh, that's Mountain Mama's dog. My dog just swam through the stock tank. Okay, get out.
That's cool. Yeah, just to shake things up and cause some ruckus. He's so happy now.
So happy.
If only you could see how happy he is right now. He's like, yes. Got the zoomies. Got the zoomies. The crazies.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
sorry.
I have almost, like, my kids very much have learned to be pretty independent pretty early on. This is not to say I'm hands off. I definitely, but mornings are not, I'm not a morning person.
Yep.
And I really don't like cooking. Like, there's people who are like, I love to bake. And I'm like, I love to eat what you bake. So that's great.
So I'm opposite.
Yeah.
I will get up and make my children breakfast. Unless it's like a Saturday or a Sunday morning that I'm like, okay, you just get your own. That's fine. But I love to bake. I love to cook. I love to do all those things. So I guess stereotypically, yes, I'm the homeschool mom. I
didn't even do that when I was the homeschool mom, though.
That's
I had
true.
all the time on my...
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, listen, I'm homeschooling. That means I get to enjoy my coffee while you be quiet for a minute.
That's right. Just give me a second. I know what mug I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get you a new mug. For school season, so do you do teacher gifts? I know, total random question.
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, not usually at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I wait till they're sad and tired and ready for a break.
That's kind of smart. That actually is really smart. Like the teacher appreciation week. When is that?
Yeah, I don't even know. I just
spring. But
yeah, so we usually do like a little Christmas goodie. I do an end of the year thing usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes if there's a different if I think that maybe it's just been a hard season, I might do something kind of more sporadically. But yeah. So I've talked a little bit here.
That's all good. I was actually kind of wondering if next week we should talk about homeschooling.
Okay, yeah. Instead,
what do you think about that?
Since I've talked for like 5 hours.
I've kind of initiated it because I'm super curious.
Public school. Yeah. So no, my kids are. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We could do that.
Okay.
My kids just like love how we're like just deciding what we'll do on our show on the show.
Hot Mess Mountain Mamas. I mean, who else can relate?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So we are definitely like, I don't get up early in the morning to make breakfast.
Yeah.
I give them options. Mm-hmm. They do know how to make eggs. You know, obviously toast is easy. Cereal. They can do any of the number of eggs that Charlie just made boiled eggs for him and Amelia this morning.
Wow.
So
that's
they can do that.
Cool.
Fried eggs. They can do.
It's a good
they
source
can
of
actually make quite a few things, and they have a good time figuring that out, finding what they want.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is super awesome. I love it. Yellow. What is that? A yellow rock? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it looks like quartz.
Yeah.
Here, let's
show our audience.
This? What is this?
Somebody tell us what this is.
Some kind of beautifulness.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty.
I thought it was amber at first. But then
I don't know.
I was like, nah, it's not amber.
I just made that up when I said it looks like quartz. I have no idea.
There probably is.
Just made stuff up.
Almost done. Yep, almost done. Okay, so I do have to tell you, in Russia, for public school, they probably do this in Bulgaria too. We would get dressed up. The kids get dressed up for the first day of school.
Oh, okay.
Like church clothes.
Yeah.
Like boys are in a little suit.
Okay. Wow.
Fancy shoes. Girls are in these beautiful dresses. Their hair is done. And they bring their teachers a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that's cute. That's
and
really
everybody starts. Universities, public school, private schools, they all start September 1st.
Oh.
That's when they start.
But
I always thought it was so cute because you'd see all these little Russian kids on the street with their parents. And, really cute. Of course, their moms are always dolled up in Moscow.
Yeah. That does not happen here.
So, no.
How many times have you dropped your kid? Because you used to go to public school. Mm-hmm. Or your kids were public schooled. And I'm just wondering if you had days where you were like, I'm not getting out of the car to walk you in because I'm in my slippers and pajamas still, and my coffee is half drink. Like, you need to walk yourself in.
Yeah, I like all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So
Now, some days we walked.
Yeah. Yes, because you lived close at the time.
Yeah, we lived close enough, and I just didn't want to warm up my car. And so I would be like, okay, guys, everybody get bundled. We're walking. But I guarantee you, under my snow clothes, I was still in my pajamas, and I still had my cup of coffee.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, you're lucky I got out of bed to bring you to school today, so I'm not walking you in. Yeah. No, I mean, I did when they were really little, but our school's pretty small. But there, I do see parents walk their kids in, and I think that is a good parent.
I know. That's not true. I think it's fine.
However,
totally fine.
I'm going to just sit here in the car anyway. I feel like, I mean, really, I'm a little bit kind of a combination, I guess, of hands off sometimes and not in others. I really want to feed their independence. I give them opportunities.
I think that's awesome. I mean, really. And who else is like that?
Yeah.
Who else out there, doesn't hover?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm trying to ask.
I did one time have a friend be very object when she saw my kids getting themselves a snack.
For real?
For real. You should not get yourself a snack. And I was like, okay, let me explain to you that when they get themselves a snack,
yes,
that means I don't have to. Yeah. So,
and it really does teach them independence.
Yeah,
and it teaches them. I tell my kids, you can get a half a cup of this snack.
Right.
And then they have to go to the drawer and they have to figure out where the half a cup is. Mm-hmm. And then the older kids, especially, help the younger kids. They'll be like, oh, this is how much we get.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I think it works out great.
Yeah, lots of chances to measure. Charlie made cookies the other day by himself.
What?
Because I was like, listen,
so
you know
cool.
how to read.
Yeah.
So
good for
holler
him.
If you need. He made snickerdoodles.
Oh, that's
and they were
awesome.
Good. And because he knows I'm dairy free, he asked me what he needs to do to change the recipe to make it dairy free. Which I thought was very considerate.
Watch
that
out.
I could eat them.
Watch out. He's going to make a good husband.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, sweet. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing he had to ask me for, the only piece I gave him help on was when he put them on the tray. Yeah. They were way too close because he didn't realize they were going to spread.
Oh.
But, you wouldn't know if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So I told him, they're going to spread. And he's like, I know they'll spread a little. And then I was like, no, trust me. So we spread them out. And then when they cooked, he was like, oh.
He understood.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well.
That was a lot about me.
I think it.
We'll talk about.
That's why I'm like, next week, let's talk about.
No, I think that's good. Because we
homeschooling.
So we get up, we get ready. Public school, has a start and a finish. And it's very, then I go to work. Yeah. So there's, kind of very systematic part of the day. Yep.
So what advice? What advice would you give to mamas?
That's a good question. I think for me, because I'm kind of a not really a regimented person, I think it's important to stay flexible. Mm-hmm. And to realize that not every morning is going to go on plan. Yeah. And that's okay. And it's okay for them to have some independence to kind of grow and do some things for themselves. And we work on packing lunches. So I give them some direction, but at the end of the day, they kind of have to figure out what's going to fuel them and, fuel their day. And so I give them a lot of freedom within those structures of time and school and space. And I think that's good for them and me. Yeah. So, I guess ultimately just being flexible and letting them try some things on their own and seeing how it goes. Yeah. That's what that's awesome. What I like to do. Yeah. And I think it works well for our kids and our family.
Yeah. But, yeah. So try it. Yeah. If you're the type of mom who, especially if you've got older kids and you've been making the lunches and making the snacks and prepping everything, totally try giving them some freedom. I think you'll be surprised. I think you'll be really surprised. You're going to have messes. You will have messes.
Yes. I think there's that too piece is to recognize that when you give them freedom, it's messy. Yep. There's no
you are yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had Mimi flash in my head. So that
yes.
That's why I said that. Go follow Jackie at
at Jackie Cambish on Instagram.
And you will see Mimi's work.
Yeah, Mimi is, so I actually hashtag Toogie Art, TOOGIEART, because
nice.
Toogie is
Okay,
like,
say that again. Say it again.
hashtag Toogie Art, so
Got it.
TOOGIEART. So she's like our little Toogie turtle.
She's so cool.
And
She's a cool
anyway,
kid.
so Toogie Art, you can see some of her art and some of her creative
Yep.
craziness.
Yep.
Totally, we're out of time, but I could. You want to talk about messy parenting, but you know, I think there's going to be
do an
messes.
episode on that.
Embrace the mess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think about
Yep.
parenting. That's
Yep.
hashtag embrace the mess.
Yeah. Embrace the mess. Just
I
look
just
it
made
up.
that up, but that's fine. So
You can go back and add it
you
to
can
all
go
your
back.
stuff.
Yeah, just go back and add it.
And then you can find her.
Yeah. There you
Okay,
go.
so you can find me at Becca Maria EO. Pretty much
Yes.
anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and
and
Becca
then-
works from home, which we'll
Yep.
talk about next week.
Yep.
And does homeschooling, and she has
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, she shares a lot about those things and just
Mm-hmm.
healthy living and parent and like
Yeah.
managing homeschool and family life and their little mini ranch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
No,
little
what
mini
is it?
homestead.
Homestead. Which is really
Yeah.
cool also, especially if you're doing those things also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, guys,
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Have a good week.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.